Okay, welcome back, baseball fans. I said I was going to get some other games on the channel, and I'm going to do that today. Got the day off from work. I'm going to play a little 1991 Payoff Pitch with using replay. PC Replay has the scorekeeper. So let's get started here. Let's going to get started here. Go Al Wilson doing the announcing. So I'm going to put this on manual entry. And we're gonna get playing here. I kind of rusty at this game. They don't pull it out a whole lot, but I like it. I think it's a good game. And what I'm gonna do is I'm using my style I use for the Appa Master game with using the baseball card sheets, because I think with these games with a lot of ratings, it saves you having to write down like all those different ratings. So let's get started. This is the opener, 1991 from Wrigley Field. Cardinals at the Cubs. So the Cardinals are going to go Hudler, Smith, Gilkey, Guerrero, Jose, Zeal, Pagnozio, Kendo, and on the mound pitching to Brent Smith. Defensively for the Cubs, left to right, they're going to have George Bell, Jerome Walton, Andre Dawson. Infield will be the unforgettable Gary Scott at third base, followed by shortstop Dunston, Sandberg, Grace, behind the plates Berryhill. And let's get rolling here. Like I said, I'm pretty rusty at this. I'm using a PC Replay to score it. You come to realization, I want to do 91 with like every game I own. I have it in Strat and Appa. I always love to do full season replays every single game, but you get the realization in life that you only have so much time on this planet. And so what I'm doing is I'm simming the games I don't want to play. I'll maybe play one game a day to sim the rest. That's the beauty of these helpers, is you could do that and still get a flavor for the season. Like I do that with the Appa's BBW computer game, which is really fun to do. Like I'll sim in a couple weeks and I'll go pick a game, then I'll play, then I'll sim another week and I'll pick another game to play, and then I'll pick a sim 3 weeks and I'll pick 2 games to play, and then I'll go all the way through, and you do get a flavor. You can look at the standings, the leaders, and everything. So here we go. Rex Howler will be leading off against Danny Jackson. So that is a 7, so that is a patient 26. Patient 26 versus a lefty is a triple for Rex Hudler out of the gate. And I'm going to change this black dice. I guess I'll keep it. That's a 1. So I don't like this little thing here is their 1. This must be like some kind of fantasy dice, but we'll use it. So Hudler's on third. Let's go to Ozzie Smith. 5. So that's tough pitch 94. Tough 94 is a fly to left. I think sack fly. Let's see if that's a sack fly here. Using the defensive charts. Hey, where'd you go? Store?
Yeah.
That was fast. You scooter.
Yeah.
You're in a wreck. All right, out fly to left. That I need to check right away. I don't know if that's like a sack fly or not. So let's see. You used to use basic. And space running rules. See, right away getting stuck here. Reply up. Okay, that was a tough pitch. Run rating greater than 7, so Howler is a run 7. The runner on third base scores run is 7 or higher. Okay, so Howler is fast. I know that, so he's going to score on that. That's a sack fly to left for Ozzie Smith. That's 1-0. 1-0. Cardinals. Okay, Bernard Gilkey went away. Like I said, I was rusty in this 9. It's a tough pitch. 91, Gilkey is a fly to left. Let's go F7. 2 outs, and it brings up Pedro Guerrero batted .427, 8 homers in 1991. That's a 5. So that is a tough pitch 72, and that is a fly to center. So Cardinals come away with 1 run there in the top of the first, and that'll bring up the Cubs. Walton Sandberg Grace up versus Bryn Smith. Bryn Smith in 91 was 12-9 with a 3.85 ERA. There you go, Jerome Walton. In play 83. In play 83 is a grounder to short. 6-3, 1 away. Ryan Sandberg, 26 homers in 91. That's 6. That is Patient. Actually, got to look at Patient 43. Patient 43 versus a righty. Patient 43 is a walk, so he was Patient there. Sandberg is on first. Let's check out his steal rating. 4C, stolen base 22. Let's look at how I steal. I'm trying to remember how to steal. I think I gotta look at that C. Like I said, this is where everybody shuts off the YouTube. Okay, so C. Combine the runner's stolen base letter C and the catcher's arm rating. So Sandberg is a C. Catcher's stolen base letters are C, and the arm rating for the catcher is Pagnozzi, and he is a 3. So C3. And then I think we draw the card then. So C3, that puts him at a normal chance of stealing. Let's see what the card says. Stealing normal, safe. He's safe at second. So stolen base for Sandberg. Okay, so runner on second, 1 out for Mark Grace, batted .273. 6. So that is Patient 38 versus a righty. So Patient 30 versus a righty is another walk. Okay, so Bryn Smith's giving up some base runners here. Let's go to George Bell, batted .285, 25 homers in 91. George Bell. 8. So that is tough 31. Tough 31 is a double. Wait a second. 5 and 3 is 8. That's tough, and that's a 31 on George Bell's tough is a double. Okay, we're going to check the extra bases here. Line shot, splits the gap, center fielder. Runners advance 2 bases. Okay, so Grace will go to third. So second and third. Let's call it a regular double. So Cubbies tied up, second and 1-1 here in the first. Bell with the double. Andre Dawson up for the Cubs. 8 is a in play 90. Grounder is short. Grounder is short is a, let's see what that is on the G6. Let's just keep that chart out and this chart out and put the rare plays to the side here. Grounder to shorts, that's a G6. Okay, I'm trying to remember how this goes. So when the 2D6 is equal or less than a lower double play rating, so there's not going to be a double play. There's no runner on first. Not playing in. All others with batters out at first and runner on third scores on balls hit to third or short. So that's a 6-3. So that'll be a third base occupied, running second holes. Okay, so it's a 6-3 ground out. I'll give it a run in here. Okay, I bring up Damon Berryhill. Nine is a in play 36 Berryhill. In play 36 is a G1. Oh, the end of innings. That's a 1-3. 3-1. Okay, so it's 2-1 Cubs going to the top of the second. All right, so leading off for the Cardinals will be Felix Jose. Batted 305, 8 homers. So that's a patient 30. Patient 30. Patient number 30 is a walk. Okay, Jose's on first. Let's check his steal. He stole 20 bases, so he's a C and a 4. C4. C4 was a very good chance. So let's check on very good chance for Jose. He's out. Oh boy, he's caught stealing. That'll be a 2-6 caught stealing. Cleans the bases off. One out here. Top of the second for Todd Zeal. Batted 280, 11 homers. 6. So that's in play 90 on Zeal. In play 90. The G6. It's a 6-3 ground out. Brings up Pagnozzi, 2 outs. 264. Pagnozzi, like Buck used to say. 5. So that is tough 56 on Pagnozzi is a G5, 5-3 ground out. Okay, that'll bring up bottom second for the Cubs. Sean Dunston. 7. Bryn Smith, 7. Tough, 73. Sean Dunston, tough 73 is fly to center. Okay, bring up the unforgettable Gary Scott, batted 165. Opening day third baseman for the Cubs. 5. So that would be in play 74 is a fly to center. Okay, brings up Danny Jackson. I'll figure out what card he's using here. Pitcher card, what? Batting R3B, so I don't know what that means. So I think he uses 3 card. Okay, pitching card 3 for Jackson. 2 outs. That's defense check 76. Defense 76. Let's see what we're checking here. Got to go to the ballpark chart and roll this again. Or no, I think I got to go this. I have to check the card. 76. I'm checking an error on a third baseman. Error on a third baseman. So error, third baseman is Zeal. He's a 2 error. So let's roll the dice here. So on Wrigley Field, I'll make an error 1 to 75 and get the out on 76 to 99. 56, 59, that's an out or an error. So it's an E5. Okay, Jackson reaches on an error. That'll bring top of the order. Jerome Walton here, bottom of second. 2-1 Cubs. brings up, so Bryn Smith 8, that's tough. 94, he's going to get out of this. Tough 94 is a fly to left, and he does. So heading to the third, it is 2-1 Cubs at home over their hated rival, the Cardinals. Okay, here we go. Jose Oquendo leading off. That's Wheelhouse 37. He's gonna versus a lefty. That's a single for Oquendo. He's a steal F versus Barry Hill's 4. F4. Let's see if he wanted to go here. F4 is fair. Fair chance. So he's not going to go. We're going to try to bunt here with Bryn Smith. I remember how to bunt on this game. Sacrifice bunt. Okay, let's just roll 1 dice. Let's see. He's a bunt. Bullpen, viewing, batting, R11. So I think he's a C bunter. Okay. So C bunter 83 is sack hit. And ball goes 2, roll 1d6. So 1, so he gets it down to pitcher. So 1-4, we'll call that. Sack hit. Sack hit, 1-4. Okay, I'll bring up Rex Hudler. Okay, runner on second. Let's see, it's 7. Hudler, it's patient 39. Rex Hudler. Patient 39 is ground G1. So we'll call that 1-3, runner advance. Okay, so Kenda goes down to third. Ozzie Smith. 11, so that is a Danny Jackson ballpark check 17. That's going to be Wheelhouse. Okay, Wheelhouse roll on Ozzie Smith. 28 versus a lefty is a triple. He triples in Oquendo to tie it up. He's up Bernard Gilkey. 4, so that is a Danny Jackson 4 in play. 28 Danny Jackson. Gilkey 28 in play. Is pop out the 3 to P to 3. I'll end the third, or end the top of the third. Bottom of the third, it is a 2-2 game here in Chicago. Let's bring up the Cubbies here. Give me a second here. Shut this door. Okay. Payoff pitch. Okay, here we go. Ryan Sandberg, bottom of the third. Baseball action here on a Thursday. 11. Bryn Smith's in play 55. That's Sandberg. In play 55 is a grounder to 5-3. Mark Grace. 7. That's going to be a tough. 13 is a versus a righty. Doubles. Mark Grace. Went out double. Let's bring up George Bell. Bryn Smith 8. That's a tough. 74 is a fly to center. Let's see, does he that's the advance chance on that? It was a tough 74. That's what the game's getting me on, like these advances. Fly to center, so it's tough. Run rating 7 or higher. So Grace is a 7. Okay, so he advances on that fly to center. So it's been deep to center there. So St. Grace will tag up. We'll go detail. We'll go fly out to center field, and he'll go to safe at third. Okay, so 2 down for Andre Dawson, batted .272, 31 homers in 1991. 7 is Bryn Smith's tough, 17 on Dawson is a strikeout. Okay, bring up top of the 4th here, 2-2. And you got Pedro Guerrero up for the Cardinals. Danny Jackson deals 6 in play, 54. In play 54 is a G5, 5-3. Okay, let's bring up Felix Jose. Felix Jose, 8. Let's see, Jane Jackson's a 8. That's a patient 27. Walked him. Okay, 1 out, 1 on for Todd Zeal of approval. 6, Danny Jackson is in play. 4 is a double. Let's check the advance on the double. Drive down the line to let's say right field. Runners advance 2. Okay, 2nd and 3rd. Pagnozzi. 5. He just played my APA game I just played, 1988 NL. He was playing first. Now he's catching for the Cardinals. Okay, 5. So that is Danny Jackson's 5. That's tough, 64. It's going to be a G4. Okay, so runner on 2nd and 3rd. I think that run rating has to be 7. He's 7 or higher, so Jose is a 7. Zeal's a 7, so they're both going to advance on that 4-3 and give the Cardinals a lead, 3-2. Jose Okendo, runner on 3rd. That is a 5 on Jackson's tough. That's a 33. Tough 33 on Okendo. Tough 33 is a versus a lefty. That's a single. Drives in a run here. So that's going to be an RBI single, 4-2. Bring up Bryn Smith, batting 11. Holy hell. Batting 11 card. 11 different pitcher batter card. Wow. Hey, batting 11 for Bryn Smith. Let's see what he does. 5 says tough 27. Struck him out. Okay, going to the bottom of the 4th is 4-2 Cardinals now. We got 2 runs there. Bryn Smith coming out to try to hold the lead here. Damon Berryhill's up. So that's 8. That is Tough 72, Barry Hill. Tough 72 is a base hit off the righty. Wow. David Barry Hill base hit off the righty on a Tough 72. Sean Dunston. Oops. We'll call that a 9. In play 36. In play 36 is P3, P to 3. Okay, Gary Scott, the unforgettable Gary Scott. Okay, that's going to be Bryn Smith 7. Tough 11, struck him out. Okay, Danny Jackson's back up again. Was his card. He's a batting 3. Okay, so he's pitcher batting 3. 4, so that's in play 82 is a grounder to short 6-3. You know, in that inning, let's go back to Rex Hudler, top of the order, top of the 5th, 4-2 Cardinals. That's a 10, so that is a Danny Jackson defense check, 73. So defense, let's see what the defense is. We're checking the error on a third baseman. Error rate on a third baseman is George Scott, or Gary Scott. He's a 4 error. So he makes the error 1142. So he makes the play, 5-3, ground out. Nice play by Gary Scott over third base. Brings up Ozzie Smith. 4. Danny Jackson, 494. Danny Jackson, 494. So he's an in play. 94 on Smith is a fly to left. Okay, Bernard Gilkey got a 216, 5 homers. 10 says a defense check, 73. Let's see what the defense check is. It's an error on a third baseman again. And that's Scott. He's going to make that play again. Nice 2 good plays by Gary Scott on the possible error checks. Okay, brings up the bottom of the 5th here, 4-2 Cardinals. Cubs trying to come back here, get some runs at home. Jerome Walton. Jerome Walton is a 7. So that is a tough 50. Walton. Tough 50 is a strikeout. Sandberg. 8. Okay, Bryn Smith 8. It's a tough 52. Sandberg is a G to 3. So 3-1. Let's go Mark Grace here. Mark Grace 7. So Bryn Smith at the top 72. Mark Grace, top 72 is a fly to center. Okay, after 5 complete is 4-2 Cardinals. Opening day, Wrigley Field, 1991. Let's go Pedro Guerrero. Ooh, that's going to be good. 8, Jackson is a patient 5. Is a 5. Patient 5 is a walk. So he draws a walk, Guerrero. He's not going to steal. Okay, Felix Jose. 8. Okay, Felix Jose 8. That is a Danny Jackson is a patient 15. It's another walk. Jackson. Okay, Cardinals got first and second here. On seal of approval. Danny Jackson 6. In play 81 on Zeal. In play 81 on Zeal is going to be a fly to center. And Guerrero is not a run 7, so that's going to just say fly to center. Pagnozzi 9 on Jackson. That's a tough pitch. 15, Pagnozzi struck him out. Big strikeout for Danny Jackson. Isaiah Kendo 5, so that's a tough pitch. 13, he strikes out Okendo too. Wow. Couple big strikeouts there for Danny Jackson to keep the Cubs in it. Going to the bottom of the 6th. George Bell up for the Cubs. 10, that is Bryn Smith. 10, ballpark check. 38, versus a right-handed batter is a wheelhouse. George Bell, 94 on a wheelhouse. He's going to get out of this. 94, he does fly to left on the wheelhouse. Takes it for a ride, but Bernard Gilkey's right there to make the play and left. In the sunshine at Wrigley. Andre Dawson. 8. 33, so that is a tough pitch. 33 on Dawson. Tough 33 is a strikeout. Daniel Berryhill. 10. All right, 10 is a ballpark check. 60. In ballpark 60 versus a lefty is a wheelhouse roll for Berryhill. 52 on a wheelhouse versus a righty is a double. So Berryhill gets a hold of that one. Or Dunston does. At 52, that was a single. Okay, that was Berryhill. Okay, so Dunston's up now, 2 outs. Cubs got tying run at the plate. The pitch to Dunston. 9.68. So that is a tough 68 on Dunston is G4. So it gets out of it 4-3. That'll bring up Bryn Smith. He's going to lead off the 7th. I don't know. Should we pinch hit here? Yeah, let's pinch hit for Bryn Smith. See who we got. Versus a lefty. Let's put in Geronimo Pena. See who's available. Geronimo Pena. I got all lefties on this bench. Pena or Craig Wilson. Who do I find first? Here we'll go Craig Wilson. Not the Bucko Craig Wilson, but some other Cardinal Craig Wilson. Okay, Craig Wilson will bat here for Bryn Smith. Danny Jackson deals. That's a 9. That's a tough pitch. 53 on Wilson. Tough on a lefty. 53 is a G5. 5-3. Ground out. Back to the top of the order. Rex Hudler. 2. Patient 23 on Hudler. Patient 23 is a double. Waited for his pitch and got it. Rex Hudler puts it in the gap. He'll get the second. Okay, he's a 7-speed at second. 1 out. The Wizard. 8. Patient 15 on the Wizard is a walk. Okay, Danny Jackson's tired on replay. So this might be his last inning here. Let's see how he gets tired on. His fatigue is 6 on this one, on this game. So fatigue is 6. How are you going to fatigue here? I forget how fatigue works in Payoff Pitch. So let's look. I think it's pretty, pitcher stamina. Three or more runs to score. So he's fatigued right now. I'm just going to take him out. I'm not going to mess around with no fatigue cards. Let's just yank him. Okay, first and second, 1 out. We got a righty up, so let's go to the bullpen for the Cubs. Let's put in a good righty here. So let's put in I like how replay tells you who's starting the next couple games too. Let's put in Les Lancaster. Just gonna sub in here. He was 3.52 ERA in 1991. Just gotta find him here. So that Payoff Pitch, you get every single card, which is very nice. Just gotta find Les Lancaster. There he is. Les Lancaster, 352, 9-7, 53 relief appearances, coming in for the Cubs here. Faced the righty Gilkey, righty. Okay, Lancaster deals in play 75 to Gilkey. In play 75 is a fly to 8, and that's going to advance Hodler to third. Let's go detail, fly to center. And he's going to be safe at third. First and third, 2 away for Pete Guerrero. RBI opportunity. 8. That is going to be a tough pitch. 17 on Guerrero is a strikeout. Okay, 4-2 Cardinals going to the bottom of the 7th. 7th inning stretch time here at Wrigley. And we got to get a pitcher in. Let's put in, we got righty. So let's put in a good righty for the Cardinals. Let's see. Let's put in Scott Terry. 2.80 ERA. Let's find Scott Terry. Here he is, right on near the top. Scott Terry coming in for the Cardinals. He is 4-4, 2.80 ERA. A pitch to the unforgettable Gary Scott. 10, tough, 10. Struck him out. Okay, Les Lancaster's batting. He's not going to bat. Let's get a nice left-handed batter in here for the Cubs. That'll be, Let's put Doug DeCenzo in there. Pinch hit. Highest on base percentage they got. We'll find Doug DeCenzo here. Get him into bat. Doug DeCenzo hitting for the Cubbies. That is Terry rolled 4th at the tough pitch, 12 on DeCenzo. Tough 12 is a strikeout. Okay, back top of the order, Walton. Cubs trailing 4-2 at home. They got 2 outs here in the 7th. 5. Terry's a tough pitch, 49. Struck him out too. Scott Terry. Felix Jose. Okay, top of the 8th. Let's go Felix Jose here. Up for the I guess Lancaster. I got to change him. We pinch hit for him. So what do we got coming up here? Jose's a switch hitter, I think. Yeah, righty. So let's put in a good righty here for the Cardinals, or for the Cubs. Let's put in 8th inning. Let's put in Heathcliff Slocum. 3.45 ERA and 62 innings for Slocum. Heathcliff Slocum. There we go. Okay, Heathcliff Slocum in the pitch for the Cubs, trying to hold the Cardinals down. Cardinals lead 4-2 in the 8th. Jose. That is a 4. That is a patient 38. Felix Jose is a double. Leadoff double. Felix Jose. Great. Slocum rudely. Okay, Todd's seal of approval. 5. So that is a patient 90 to Zeal. Patient 90 is a righty. G6. So let's see what that is. I get messed up these advances. G6 bases and first base empty. They're not playing in. G6. Okay, you gotta have a run rating of 7 or higher. So Jose is a 7. So he advances 6-3 on the ground out. Okay, Pagnozzi. They're on 3rd. They're gonna play infield in here. They can't get any more runs up. 1 out. Let's try like a suicide squeeze or something. Let's see how that works. Let's try some sneaky. Infield in, suicide squeeze. When attempting a squeeze bunt, runner on 3rd, use column D. The runner is safe if the result is sac hit and the 2d6 total is equal to or less than the run rating. So he's got to beat the run rating and he's got to get the SH. Or he's thrown out. So let's try this. So D. So I got to hit the sac hit range. So his range is 25 to 87. All right, he got it. 51, so SH. But the total was 9. He's thrown out, so that is, let's see where that goes. 6, that's going to go to the catcher. Puts the bunt down, lays the tag. So that is a, wow, so that is a 2 fielder's choice. How are we going to do this? Fielder's choice safe at first, and Jose's out at home. We'll just say he caught stealing. No, he's not caught stealing. Let's go detail. Grounder. 2. Batter's safe at first. He is out at home. Unassisted. Yep, got it. Catcher unassisted. Jose Pagnozzi at first base. There we go. Okay, so 2 outs. Not the best play by the Cardinals. Pagnozzi messes that up. Little dribbler, and Felix Jose ran right into the out. So Kendo's up 2 away. So if that can come back and haunt the Cardinals. 9 on Slocum is a tough pitch, 56. Okendo, tough 56 is a flat to right. Oh boy, they don't get anything out of that. Wow, they run on third, less than 2 outs. They come up empty. Bottom of the 8th here, 4-2 Cardinals. We're going to keep Scott Terry in there. Ryan Sandberg. Hey, can you shut that door, please? Ryan Sandberg, 2 is a tough pitch, 51. Tough pitch, 51 on Sandberg is a G3. We're going to assist it. Bring up Mark Grace. Grace, 5. Scott Terry, tough pitch, 67 on Grace. Tough 67 is a G6, 6-3. Okay, George Bell. Run out of outs here. Down to the last 4 outs to go. Cubs got to come back. 4-2. They're losing. 8. Terry is a in-play 87. That is a G6, 6-3. Okay, top of the 9th. We're going to have a pinch hitter for Scott Terry. Let's put in Heathcliff Slocum still out there. Let's put in Ray Lankford. Got a pinch hit for Scott Terry. Let's get Ray Lankford out of here. Probably should corner these cards, but that's a lot of work with these baseball sets. I could see maybe those bank shop basketballs. But that's a lot of work for these baseball sets around in these corners. Okay, so Ray Lankford, 8. Ray Lankford, 8 and 48. So that is Slocum, 8. That's in play, 48 on Lankford. In play, 48 is a liner to short, L6. Let's go Rex Hudler. Oops. Okay, Rex Hudler. Top of the order here. See in the game here. Let's see what Rex Hudler's been doing. Rex Hudler on the game is a triple. Ground to the pitcher, ground to the third baseman, a double. So he's got 2 for 4 on the day, Rex Hudler. The pitch. Let's get Hudler's card ready. Here's the pitch. Payoff pitch. 11 on Slocum is a patient 39. Patient 39 is going to get out of this. G1, 1-3 ground out. Okay, 2 outs for Ozzie Smith. Here in the 9th. It is 4-2 Cardinals. Trying to add on here. 8. That is Heathcliff Slocum is an 8. In play 37. In play 37. On Smith. In play 37 on Heathcliff Slocum is a P to 5. So Cubs down their last 3 outs. We're gonna put their closer in here. Let's see who their closer was. Ooh, they didn't have Tewksbury. Oh no, that's not right. No, Lee Smith's their closer. What the heck? 47 saves. Big Lee Smith coming out to close, shut down the Cubbies at home. Big Lee Smith. Where is he? Here he is. 2.34 ERA. 6-3 with 47 saves. Okay, this is a great matchup here, boys and girls. Andre Dawson versus Lee Smith. Wow. This is great stuff. Dawson, the Hawk, looking in against Battle Hall of Famers here. 6. That's a tough pitch 77 tough is a flies it deep to center, but Hudler's there, makes the play, 1 away. Cardinals are 2 outs away from opening day win. Damon Berryhill. Berryhill, 5. Tough 5. Berryhill, tough 5 is a strikeout. Last chance saloon for the Cubbies. Down 4-2 to the hated Cardinals. Cardinals fans on their feet here in Wrigley. They made the trip. Cubs fans are saying, sit down. Dunston in 1991 batted .260 with 12 homers. The pitch from Lee Smith. Tough 18 rings them up. High cheese, and that is it. That is your ball game. 4-2 Cardinals will take it here in payoff pitch action. Let's check out the box score here. They got the win. Bryn Smith goes to 1-0. Danny Jackson gets the loss, 0-1. Lee Smith gets a save. They gave the MVP to the Wizard, Ozzie Smith. I don't even know what he did. Let's see. Box score. The Wizard goes 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. And is 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Cardinals. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Cubs. Multi-hit games. We had Rex Hudler had 2 hits, double and triple. Jose Kendo had 2 hits. Damon Berryhill had 2 hits. Time of the game was 2 hours and 51 imaginary minutes. Your MVP here on opening day in Chicago is Ozzie Smith. And let's play out the rest of the day. So let's go autoplay day. Okay, KC beats the Indians 8-3. Minnesota all over Oakland 14-4. Mariners beat the Angels at home 9-4. Red Sox go to 2-0, beat the Blue Jays 6-5 in Toronto at the Skydome. Ellis Burks and homers in the game for Boston. Phillies win 7-3 over the Mets. Howard Johnson is first. Pirates take out the Expos in extra innings in Pittsburgh 2-1. Let's see. Let's check out what happened in that game. Let's check out the walk-off. How did this game end? Oh, it was a bases-loaded walk. Oh, my goodness. So, Bill Sampson was pitching in the 12th. Jay Bell single. Brian Slyke double, Bell to third. So, second and third, Bobby Bonilla walks. And Sampson issues a bases-loaded walk to Barry Bonds, and Jay Bell scores the winning run. Out west, we had Giants beat the Padres 5-2. Wow, we had homers by Robbie Thompson, had 2 homers in the game. Willie McGee homer for the Giants. Will Clark homer for the Giants, and Matt Williams. So there you go. Replay Daily says the game of the day was that Montreal-Pittsburgh. And that's it. So long from Pittsburgh, PA. We're on the tabletop. The Cubbies go down at home 2-1 to the hated Cardinals. So hope you guys enjoyed the payoff pitch. Like I said, I'm normally going to be playing APA, but like I said, folks love it when I put up other games. So, I'll be happy to do it because I love all these games. So if I didn't, I wouldn't be playing them. Have a great day. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.